This story is about hybrid bridge, a double meaning. First, an architect trying to solve the issues of a bridge that is wet and dry at the same time. Secondly, an architect trying to please one world that is composed with two parts, the magical and the real. The magical part is for people who believe in myth, and the real is for people who believe in science. The architect believes in both. Can people live with clean water and a new lifestyle that lifts their identity as it's inspired by a local myth of Kianda, who causes flooding when angry, having a mermaid's body, but a soul that can be present in several bodies of water simultaneously? This is called wet bridge because of flooding, but it's also a dry bridge, as in dry season the water is stagnant and mosquitoes breeding ground. Natural filters used in the Kianda mythical city could be useful to wet bridge. Wastewater in Wetbridge Kambamba River pollute the ocean, enter people's homes, children swim in it, and others die by electrocution.
E perdemos quase tudo. A casa, algumas coisas. Então estamos a precisar de ajuda.
The architect should try offerings that reduce pollution, creating harmony between Kianda believers and non-believers. In the Kianda mythical city, fishing is popular. Fishermen find ways to live with water. On trees, boats, water filtered with oysters, light provided by candles, objects that glow in the dark, fireflies illuminating the city, and they also sing like birds. Once she showed a treasure to a man who spent it all selfishly, forgetting the community. As punishment, the mermaid hid the treasure, leaving the man in misery. Kianda cares about people in need and magically chose an architect to help. A difficult achievement for the architect is the hybrid bridge that is connecting the value of the mythical Kianda by bringing elements of her city and pragmatic strategies to please Angolans who don't believe in the Kianda myth. 20 years later, the architect is trying to reuse concrete tanks used by residents to wash clothes. Concrete is durable, require less maintenance, and these tanks are popular in Angola. So this would hopefully help lifting our identity, modifying tanks from simple washing clothes to a sustainable and natural water filter, as the one in Kianda City. The more tanks to harvest rainwater and filter it are used in Luanda, less flooding would occur, as flooding and wastewater in Wetbridge comes from there. The architect is experimenting weird objects from Kianda City, design houses with his proposed raw model unit, consisting of tanks and filters on roofs, kitchen or toilets on ground floor, a tank below to store water, and reuse food waste through anaerobic digestion. Some units can be public for people in need to use freely. Inside the kitchen and toilet units, there are valves that allow residents to not just get water to their taps through gravity, but also use them to take water to their underground tanks or send water to the river. These valves are technical to please Angolans who don't believe in the myth, but also brings the Kianda's principles to think about others, as although some people have protection from flooding in wet season or mosquitoes in dry season, the valves in their houses remind them that by using the valves, they can reduce flooding by storing water or increase water flow in dry season to prevent mosquitoes. And this could save people who don't have the same privileges. The Hybrid Bridge project will please both the magical and real world. Now, the Kianda wants the architect to bring more from her city, the Condolites, the treasure. Would all of them be adapted to Wetbridge? If not, can this be negotiated with Kianda?